Well, I guess there's no secret, but I'm dying. We all are, really, right? If you look at everything holistically, you start dying the moment you take your first breath in this world. So I realized that the what is the word? What is the term? I realized the fact that I won't live forever. Not physically, anyway, right? And none of us will. But as humans, man, we have this uncanny ability to just ignore and completely act like the inevitable completely just does not exist, right? And I told a story a little while ago on I don't know if I posted it or not. I don't remember. But I used to watch a lot of like Les Brown and a lot of motivational speakers, right? And Les, he said that one of his mentors told him that the richest place in the world is a graveyard, because people that die, they take their ideas and their greatness with them. They take it to the grave with them. I woke up with that one day, and I mean, I saw that probably maybe like 12, 13 years ago. And I woke up, I want to say it was maybe about 4 or 5 months ago. I woke up and that was impressed on my mind. And I was just like, damn, he's right. Like he said, shit, when I decide to check out of this place, I wanna leave completely empty. And of course I wanna leave a legacy. I'm super ambitious, right? So I wanna leave a legacy. And so the best way to do that today is just to create content, right? And this is me returning to content creation, because I was really big into creating content a long time ago, like 15 years ago. And I was just playing with it. That was when YouTube wouldn't allow hashtags, right? We didn't even know what a hashtag was. This was before. This was actually around the same time as the inception of Instagram. I already had a Facebook page. I had a Facebook page since '09, showing my age. But and back then it was only for like college students and friends of students in college, right? So you could say it was kind of like a Clubhouse type deal, where you had to be invited in order to create an account. But MySpace, all of that. You know what I'm saying? I used to create content back then, and I had a blog talk. I had was it blog talk? Yeah, it was blog talk, and I had a blog TV. So and I have a YouTube, right? I had a YouTube, and I posted a couple of videos, just playing around. I was in my mid-20s, and I was just playing around with things, just trying to figure out what I like, because I'm a creative. I'm an artist. I'm a producer. I design things. So I always have to create something. So I decided, well, YouTube just seems like it's pretty cool. It's a dope concept. You create your own television channel, right? So I wish I would have. I wish I would have kept posting, to be honest with you. If I would have kept posting, then, you know, I would have really made a name for myself. And documented my journey. But anyway, so I decided that I wanted to get up and I made I don't want to say promise, because promises are made to be broken, but I gave myself my word that, you know, I would do my best to just create as much as I possibly can to put out in the world, you know, as a selfless act, so that once I do transcend, transpire, the people that really, you know, care about me, that really rock with me, could always have something to go back to. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have, you know, a painting hanging on your wall, or if you don't have, you know, a couple of beats or songs in your hard drive, or if you don't have a couple of shirts or a hoodie or something that I've created, right? You at least have something where you say, yo, you know, he was a dope dude, let me go watch some of his videos, right? So I'm back on this content creation thing, and I'm having a hard time not getting into the groove, so to speak, but a hard time with subject matter, for real. Because a lot of things that I do want to talk about, you know, it's not that they're controversial, but a lot of it will fly over a lot of people's heads because, you know, average people aren't really that deep, you know. So, you know, I'm kind of making videos talking about little mundane things that I see and I hear, or, you know, sharing advice, and, you know, I'm gonna be sharing experiences, things of that nature. I'm gonna start posting more on my Instagram. I release beats every week on SoundCloud, Imperial Monarch on SoundCloud. Every week, I'm doing that every week for this entire year. I don't even remember what week this is, but, you know, it's something on there, you know. But I'm working on projects, you know, some albums. So still got this Crunchyroll and Chill album I gotta finish up the release. Getting back into art, drawing and painting again. So starting to get the itch for that again. But this go around, I want to do it digitally. And, you know, it's funny. I really don't care whether or not I make a dime doing this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about money. You know what I'm saying? I know how to get money. You know, I'd rather work for the money rather than, you know, sit down and just expect things to just pop up, right? So, you know, maintaining a career, you know, that's how I make my money, right? So, not worried about that. You know, I just want to give myself to the world, you know, and inspire other creators to do the same and to not worry about the result. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about the end game. Just focus on the game, on playing the game. So if you out there and you've contemplated making a TikTok or a podcast or a YouTube or, you know, anything, you know, just go for it. You don't have anything to lose. You don't have anything to lose. Go for it and enjoy the process of just creating something. You know what I'm saying? And being able to document your growth. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not going to be an expert off rip. You know, it takes time to mature in your craft. So just focus on enjoying the process of becoming great at what you do and document your growth. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, later, the people that are similar to you or are part of your tribe, they'll find it later on and they'll appreciate it forever. You know what I'm saying? I realize that as a creative and a creative person, you know, people that get burnt out doing things as far as creating, you know, yeah, you have dry spells where, you know, you just don't have any ideas or any inspiration at all. But, you know, people that actually quit, they usually quit because they're doing it for the validation of the public. You know what I'm saying? They're not doing it for their own personal pleasure. You know, so when people talking about passion, that's what they mean. You know, yeah, I'm serious, I'm passionate about this, you know. What they mean is they can do it and be happy with doing it for free. You know what I'm saying? And I tell people all the time, if this is something, if you find something that you can do for free, that's what you're supposed to be doing. You know, and I have a lot of things that I would do just for free. Like what I'm doing now, YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I do that for free. Because I know that not only will it help or encourage others, but this is some fly shit, man. We in a great time. Like, we in a time where I remember my heroes as a kid coming up. I could only find them in the history book, or in libraries, or in posters, former posters. Shit, 40 years from now, you know, that generation, 40 years removed from us, we're going to be the history books. You know what I'm saying? YouTube is going to be the place where they can go and actually experience their heroes. You know what I mean? Like, some of my heroes in my generation of heroes, when we were coming up, we don't even know what the hell their voices sound like. You know, let alone how they day-to-day lives went outside of commentary from other people that lived around that time and experienced them. You know, now, you know, people can experience you authentically by your content. So it's very powerful. It's extremely powerful. You know, this is something that your grandkids and great-great-grandkids could look back and be like, yo, you know, Grandpa, he was dope. Great-great-grandpa was dope. You know what I'm saying? Or, wow, I look just like him. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so many things, so many doors that the way content creation is, so it opens so many doors for so many generations and for the future. And it's an incredible space to be in. I mean, it really is. It's amazing. And I do it when I do it now, like, that's my carrot. My carrot is, you know, my future children or grandchildren. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know about y'all, but I plan to have my name live on for at least 10 generations. You know what I'm saying? Like Henry Ford. Like the Dodge brothers. You know what I'm saying? Trying to have my name live on for at least 10 generations. I want my name to live on so long, people be like, who the hell's that dude? And they'll just say the last name, like, oh, okay. Oh, so you found that? Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's possible now. It's not, okay, it always has been possible, sure. But it's easier now. And you don't have to hire a company to do it for you. You can do it yourself. Create content. You know what I'm saying? So that's my goal. My goal is short-term goal is to create at least one piece of content every day. You know what I'm saying? I created a Patreon for, teaching purposes and, for men, mainly black men that are ambitious and, but you feel different. You feel different out here in the world. You can't really talk to people, you know what I'm saying? Because it just becomes awkward because, it's like you can't throw around ideas because, after a while, people will get intimidated by what you're talking about. And since they don't know anything about it, it might make them feel stupid. So they'll say stupid shit to try to seem like they smart or on your level. And nah. So I created a Patreon to teach black men how to manage that, and give them pretty much my story, how I manage it every day. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't talk to everyone about everything. There's only small pockets of people that will understand, you completely. But it's very rare. It's a very rare occurrence that people just understand you and understand where you're coming from. So it's for intellectuals. It's for ambitious grinders. It's for men that actually want to produce something in this world other than just retiring off a fucking 401k and just going, just dying. They want something that the world needs, or they want to solve a problem in the world or whatever, and just become better men. You know what I'm saying? Better, stronger men, well-rounded men. And it all starts from you. You know what I'm saying? You have to build, as a man, you have to build yourself up. You know what I'm saying? And it takes a lot of breaking. It takes a lot of breaking, a lot of destroying, a lot of trauma, a lot of pain. But it's all worth it. And you're not alone. So if you fall into that category, man, just check out my Patreon. It's the same thing as YouTube, Orium Lupus. Just check out the Patreon. Be posting there very frequently because I do have a ton of things to say, and I feel like I don't have a whole lot of time to say it. I feel I got 50 more years on this planet before I just, for real, just say I'm tired of this shit and I just go on to what's next. I don't know what's next because I'm not there yet, you know what I'm saying? So I can't say what's next for me because I don't know how I'm gonna feel in 50 years, you know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much why I started, creating content again, just to give myself to the world, and just something to remind myself once I have moved on, that I had one of my life experiences was pretty dope, you know what I'm saying? And I can look back and remind my spirit, my soul of what happened during that life cycle and this life cycle and, laugh about it, reminisce, But, figure out what your why is, man, and just go ahead and just get after it. The end result, it don't matter. The end result never matters. It's about the process. The process is what builds memories. You know what I'm saying? Nobody cares really about the destination. It doesn't hold that much weight. Not as much weight as what it took to get there. So, with that, I'm about out of here. I don't have anything left to say on this. And I just want to let you know that I'm just a teacher. I'm not a leader. It's your job to lead yourself. Peace.